많이 사랑한다는 거. 끝내는 것도 내 손으로 할게.
Park Do-ji told the kidnapper to come to a place. It was the place where Seo-eun was raised by Jin Seok before. Park Do-ji is his partner who has been exchanging messages, and the kidnapper calls him master. He is the one who gave the kidnapper a task including threatening Seo-eun's wife, Hong Hee-Joo. Park Do-ji was angry with the kidnapper because he felt lied to, and he hit him with a baseball bat. It turned out that he went to Jin Seok's shop and saw the kidnapper and Jin Seok having a tense relationship because Jin Seok was caught by him when he wanted to run away. Jin Seok told him not to bother Seo-eun because he was innocent, that his grandfather and parents wanted to kill him. But according to the kidnapper, Seo-eun had enjoyed his life for decades by being a fake Paik Sa-Eon. And at that time, Park Do-ji found out the truth that Seo-eun, who was near him, was not the real Seo-eun. Jin Seok regretted that he didn't kill him before, and the kidnapper said it was too late because he would destroy Seo-eun, and he hit Jin Seok using a glass bottle. Park Do-ji felt lied to because he was the real Paik Sa-Eon, but when Do-ji hit him again, the real Seo-eun hit him back and Do-ji fell down. After knowing that Do-ji was Seo-eun's subordinate, the kidnapper enjoyed torturing Do-ji even more. He drowned Do-ji like his grandfather did to him when he was a kid. He also sent a message to Seo-eun and told him to come without reporting to the police because he threatened to kill Hiju if he reported it. When he got there, he remembered when he was little, and then he saw a black bag on the boat and he immediately checked it. Seo-eun was very scared if the bag was his wife, but it turned out to be Do-ji. Luckily, Do-ji was still alive and told him that the kidnapper was carrying Hiju. The kidnapper was in the car with Hiju and Seo-eun screaming his wife's name. Hiju came to her senses and pulled his hair until the car hit a rock. Hiju get out of the car and chased Seo-eun. But the kidnapper wanted to hit them. Luckily, they managed to avoid it. Then Seo-eun pulled the kidnapper, and it was the first time Seo-eun saw his face. Seo-eun was furious, and he's going to get his name back and everything, because from the start Seo-eun didn't want it. But he wanted to have Hiju as his wife too, and made Seo-eun angry and hit him. But he took out a knife and almost stabbed Seo-eun. Then Do-ji came and he got stabbed by the knife. Seo-eun immediately pressed his wound and the kidnapper ran away. Do-ji told him to chase him, but Seo-eun didn't want to. Do-ji regretted colluding with him because he thought that Seo-eun was Seo-eun's partner who killed his sister. When on the mountain, the person who pushed Hiju was him. Just like when Do-ji lost his only family, he wanted Seo-eun to feel the pain of losing someone he loved. After what Do-ji did, he regretted it because he just found out that he wasn't Seo-eun. When he met his mother, the kidnapper still remembered when his grandfather died, and 3 days later was his grandfather's Memorial Day. He also still remembered when his grandfather tried to drown him in the river. Actually, he was the one who wanted to kill his grandfather with his own hands, and his mother felt deceived because she thought her son was dead. Chairman Paik had deceived her by saying that her son was dead. But according to his son, his mother did want him dead. He was afraid to meet his family because he wanted to be killed again or locked up again. His mother felt sad hearing her son's words, and she didn't want to lose him again and wanted to protect him. But suddenly her husband's men came and wanted to take him, but he managed to escape. Yuri reported that the Seoneng police station announced the arrest of suspect Park Do-ji, who was believed to be a conspirator in the Paik Sa-Eon threat case, and stated that the suspect's residence had been searched. Police investigators searched the suspect's house in Seoul. Seo-eun's office friends were shocked to see the news, even though Seo-eun trusted him more than anyone else so far. It is likely that Mr. Park will be questioned and punished. Then the presidential spokesman will soon state his position. Seo-eun is at the police station, and the police have analyzed the computer taken from Park Do-ji's house, and it seems that it has been used for undetected hacking. Is that how he tapped and tracked Seo-Eun's location? But there was another hacking target besides Seo-Eun, and they suspect he was his accomplice. Seo-Eun thought that meant they could track the accomplice's location now. But the problem is, the program was encrypted and they didn't know how long it would take to unencrypt it. The only quickest way is ask Park Do-ji, but he exercised his right to remain silent. Seo-Eun visited Do-ji in hospital with tight police guard. Seo-Eun feels he deserves this, but Seo-Eun can understand it because it turns out Do-ji helped the perpetrator all this time and he fooled Do-ji. Do-ji misunderstood and wanted revenge for being deceived, but Do-ji tried to hurt Hiju too. So that's a different case. It's an attempted murder. But Seo-Eun has no right to blame Do-ji, because Seo-Eun also lives comfortably as Paik Sa-Eon. Seo-Eun agrees with that. Everyone including Seo-Eun will pay for their sins. So, he asks Do-ji for help to catch him, but Do-ji thinks Seo-Eun can't possibly reveal the Paik family's secret and release the highest power of this country. Then Seo-Eun wonders, why did Do-ji save him? Does Do-ji think that maybe Seo-Eun isn't the person he hates? Do-ji asks if Seo-Eun never suspected him. He was always scared because he thought Seo-Eun might find out his real intention. But Seo-Eun only trusts Do-ji. He doesn't trust anyone except Do-ji. Even though it's too late, can't Do-ji at least trust Seo-Eun now? Aina goes to Hiju's house and is shocked to find out that the real Paik Sa-Eon is still alive, and he is the one who made the threat. When she was little, Aina remembers going to the yard after her deceased brother Eugene cried. Aina saw a boy running and looked the same age as them, and Aina thought he was Seo-Eun. But the first time Aina saw Seo-Eun, when he was 15 years old, he was much taller than the kid she saw at that time. So, Aina thought the kid she saw might be the real Seo-Eun, and not long after that, the car accident happened, and the real Seo-Eun disappeared. Hiju becomes curious if the accident might not have been an ordinary accident. And Aina feels that Eugene saw Seo-Eun's real face, which Paik family wanted to hide. Her mother came home because Hiju didn't pick up her phone and she was surprised to see Aina there. Her mother thought Aina wanted to get rid of Hiju and replace her, hearing that Aina just smiled. Her mother didn't like the commotion because of the arrest of the perpetrator for the attack on Seo-Eun. Because if it continues like that, it won't be good for the election and Hiju could fail to become the next president's daughter-in-law. Her mother thought she should have married Hiju to the Yangwa construction family. At that time Aina was shocked to hear her stepmother's words. Her mother regretted it, because this happened because Aina ran away before the wedding. Hiju also regretted loving her mother, and that wasn't love. Hiju thought being obedient was a way to show love, and if she obeyed her mother, she thought her mother would love her too. But now Hiju realizes, after loving and being loved, love doesn't force one person to sacrifice like her mother did, or to be completely obedient like Hiju did to her mother. That just for her mother's good so she can live better. Now Hiju won't listen to her mother anymore, and she won't be the president's daughter-in-law. So, Hiju tells her mother not to dream. Aina gives Hiju a drink and she wonders, how could she forget? The DNA test result that Aina showed earlier, Aina feels like she now knows the sender.
누군데?
When he gets home, Seo-Eun is shocked to see their house decorated with candles and looks romantic. Then Hiju pushes Seo-Eun and gives their marriage contract. The contents are: first, the husband cannot file for divorce. Second, divorce is prohibited under any conditions. Third, they will announce to the public that they are husband and wife. If one of them is violated, then the fine is 2 billion won. Now Hiju understands the meaning of the statement that Seo-Eun was daydreaming long before that. Seo-Eun said a long time ago and doesn't know when exactly, but Hiju is sure it was before 3 years ago. Hiju knows the person who sent the DNA test result to Aina before the wedding is Seo-Eun. Because at that time Hiju was going to be married to the Sanyangwa construction family, and the only woman who would sell her daughter is Hiju's mother. At that time Seo-un is going to get married as planned. However, he changed the bride, not Ina, but her sister. So Hiju is not a substitute. From the start, Hiju was Seo-un's wife. Hiju asked Seo-un, when all this is over, will Seo-un marry her? Seo-un answered no. When all this is over, Seo-un will propose to Hiju and they kiss.
사랑해.
Sang-woo sent a message to Seo-un. He thanked Seo-un because thanks to him, Sang-woo found his friends. But there is still one person who has not been identified, one of the twins. Then Seo-un entered Doji's room again. Seo-un said that he had destroyed himself, that after taking revenge, the goals and targets that supported his life were gone, and he also wanted to disappear. But now he has changed her mind. He will live with the person he wants for the rest of his life. It is said that Doji's sister died, but what about the rest of Doji's life? How many lives must be lost before this ends? Then Doji said that it's not over yet, they have to catch him. And after that, he will think again in the future. Doji felt grateful when he found out that Seo-un was not the Paik Sa-Eon he thought. Ina and Hiju met her father at his residence. Her father heard that Seo-un caught the gang of perpetrators. Then what about the perpetrators? Then they answered that they already knew who the perpetrators is. And when heard, their father is not surprised and they guessed that their father must have known. No one escapes their father's supervision in this family, and their father asked them to finish their words and who is the perpetrator. But before they tell, there is something they want to ask. This is about the reason their father covered up their car accident before. What deal did their father actually make with Chairman Paik? It turned out that at that time Chairman Hong wanted to shoot Chairman Paik because his grandson caused the accident and his son, Yoo-jin, died. He intended to kill Chairman Paik, so don't try to deny it. Then Chairman Paik asked if he had calculated correctly. After shooting him, what would Chairman Hong get? Chairman Hong invested tens of billions, one for Chairman Paik's presidential campaign. And if he shot him, then Chairman Hong would not only lose his son, but also lose the money. Chairman Hong felt that Chairman Paik understood that Chairman Hong was more sensitive to losses than profits. Then Chairman Paik felt that it would be better if it wasn't only Chairman Hong who lost, because maybe now their sons are walking side by side on the road after death. That Chairman Hong's son and Chairman Paik's grandson are dead. And now his two daughters are asking what did their father get rid of, and what did their father get. Chairman Hong came to Chairman Paik's funeral with a gun and Hiju gave a message to Seo-un to come quickly to the memorial service because she had a bad feeling. Suddenly Chairman Hong shot Chairman Paik's photo and pointed his gun at Seo-un's father. Chairman Hong had warned that if the creature in the Paik family was still alive, he would cut it from head to tail. He told Seo-un's father to hand over the real Seo-un to him. And suddenly a bomb exploded and they tried to save themselves. Seo-un a little late in arriving because the atmosphere was chaotic. Ina said that she lost Hiju. And then Seo-un got a call from the kidnapper that he was really going to kill Hiju. It turned out that Hiju was being held captive by the kidnapper again by forcing her to drive the car. Now the kidnapper was sure what is the most valuable in Seo-un's life. Seo-un told him to let go of Hiju, because Seo-un was the one he wanted, so don't bother other people, let's finish it with Seo-un. But the kidnapper is even more excited, because it's Seo-un's turn, soon just wait. Seo-un's journey is still long because he is Paik Jang-go's grandson, who is successful and lives well. This is just the beginning, and Seo-un still doesn't know the real pain. The kidnapper wanted Seo-un to be really tortured, because Seo-un only watched as he was dying. So, he also wanted to watch Seo-un struggle and beg to be saved on the verge of death. That the fragrant aroma coming from Seo-un's body would change into a pungent smell of blood. Then Seo-un saw Hiju's GPS and he told Hiju not to worry because he would be there. But Hiju forbade him. Hiju said that she wanted to protect Seo-un, even just this once. Remember one thing, that she loves Seo-Un very much. The kidnapper thinks Hiju will do something crazy. Hiju reminded the kidnapper that once he starts, he must end it. That's what the kidnapper once said to Hiju when he kidnapped Hiju. Hiju will make sure that she doesn't make the kidnapper suffer anymore. And Hiju turns the steering wheel towards the cliff. Hyejin reported in the accident that the vehicle had been evacuated and the SAR team was searching around by boat. The impact of the accident was so severe that the guardrail was completely damaged. The search and rescue team found the vehicle at a depth of about 20 meters, but no passengers have been found yet. According to police investigations, the car was driven by Paik Sa-Eon's wife and fell into the river after she was kidnapped. The police have released a sketch of the suspect's face and issued an emergency search order. And Paik's spokesperson will hold a press conference regarding this. In the press conference, Seo-Un gave his speech that all this time, he has been hiding something. That he is not the son of presidential candidate Paik Woo-young, nor is he the grandson of Chairman Paik Jang-go. Both the name Paik Sa-Eon and his identity as Paik Woo-young's son are all fake. If there is one thing about him that can be said honestly, it is that he is the husband of a woman. His wife was kidnapped 2 days ago by the person who had threatened to kill him. The investigation and search are ongoing, but his wife's location is still unknown. To that end, he asked the public, not as a spokesperson, but as a husband. He humbly asks for the public's help and cooperation. His wife's name is Hong Hee-Joo. She is 28 years old, 167 centimeters tall. When she went missing, Hiju wearing a black suit and black shoes, and had long straight hair. And she is a sign language interpreter from the presidential office. If anyone sees his wife, please report it now. Seo-Un asks for everyone's attention and help so that his wife can return safely.